Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Well, what a horrific performance by Arsenal. I mean, I was going up to Everton today and I was thinking to myself, it can't be another performance like what we've seen recently away from home. And it was. It was a horror show. I mean, absolutely terrible performance by Arsenal. And Everton fully deserved to beat us 3-0. I mean, we didn't even really have them under any pressure at all during the game. It was a walk in the park for Everton, and I just cannot believe I'm saying this right now. And we've now been beaten by Liverpool, thrashed, Manchester City thrashed us, Chelsea thrashed us, and now we've been thrashed by Everton, because 3-0 is a thrashing in the Premier League, and that's what we've just had. And I don't know what's happening at Arsenal at the moment. I mean, recent away games, Chelsea, Stoke, we just ain't turned up, and it's just not good enough. I mean, this is Arsenal Football Club we're talking about. We're not trying to be arrogant or anything like that, but we expect a good performance. Some players there today, Mikel Arteta, Giroud. I mean, to be honest, the whole team, the only players that I'd say can come out of that game with a little bit of pride would maybe be Szczesny. I thought, you know, he made a couple of decent saves, was a bit unlucky with a goal. Sanya, even though he gave away the ball for the third goal, but he was having a solid game up until then. Ramsey was a positive when he came on, showed what we've been missing, and Oxlade-Chamberlain and Sonogo, but the rest of the team, diabolical. And I'm worried now going into that FA Cup semi-final. And we shouldn't be worried about facing Wigan, but it's just like teams know at the moment that they can catch Arsenal on the counter-attack. We don't seem to have any pace up front without Theo Walcott or without having Oxlade-Chamberlain there. And teams are just sitting back and just saying, you know what? We'll let Arsenal have the ball, we'll dispossess them, and we'll catch them on the counter-attack. They're very slow at getting back, and we'll get joy. And that's exactly what's happening. And I really, for the first time that I can ever remember, I'm really starting to even have doubts about Arsene Wenger. I mean, I never thought I'd say this because Arsene Wenger, I'm a real pro-Arsene Wenger man, but I'm looking at these games and I'm thinking, you know, we're getting slaughtered by these teams now. The fear factor's gone. Arsene doesn't seem to have another plan. Doesn't seem to be realising that what the teams are doing, the tactics they're employing against us. Substitutions don't seem to be at the right time. I'm just wondering to myself, has he gone stale? I'm even watching that game today and I'm thinking to myself, has Arsene made up his mind that he's going to go at the end of the season regardless? Even if we do win the FA Cup, even if we do get in the top four, has he sort of made his mind up and said, you know what, I can't take this team any further. Things have gone stale and he's going to go. I'm honestly starting to think that either he's going to go at the end of the season with him resigning, or maybe he may be, you know, well, I think if we lost the semi-final next week, I think Arsene Wenger will walk, or we'd have to walk. Because I think the fans would be so upset that he'd have to go. And it's demoralising at the moment that we're going into a semi-final next week and we're going in under such a low. And those players, I'll tell you what, I saw the other day Norwich City players all got together and gave all the fans their money back. I think after the horror shows that we've seen away from home recently, I think all those Arsenal players should club together. Well, they ain't exactly got to club together the money they're getting, but they should put together and give all of those fans that drove all the way up to Liverpool today to watch that game, Arsenal versus Everton, they should give them their money back. Let's get into your tweets and see what you had to say about the game. And I know it's not going to be pretty. Rolf says, once a great manager, now a liability. Crushed by City, humiliated by Liverpool, outplayed by Chelsea and embarrassed by Everton. So you can see Rolf's not happy with Arsene Wenger. Ippo says, the whole team was woeful. Only positive thing was Rambo coming back. I still believe we can make the top four, but it's going to be hard. One saving grace for Arsenal at the moment, and the way we're playing, I don't even know if it is a saving grace. But of the 5 games that we've got left, 3 of those games are at home. We've got, West Ham, Newcastle. We've got Hull City away, Norwich away. I mean, we've got winnable games there that we can pick up 3 points in. Also, West Bromwich Albion away. And if you look at Everton's running, they've got a much harder running. I think they've got Manchester United in there. They've got Manchester City. So we've still got a chance. But if we play like we played today, even those other teams will deal with us. Matson says we can't blame injuries. We had time and money to buy replacements and we didn't do anything. Not good enough. And it's one of the reasons why I personally am unhappy at the moment with Arsene Wenger and with the team, with the whole management structure and board. Every Arsenal fan knew. I mean, Giroud today, I felt a bit sorry for him because he got booed when he came off, but his effort was zero. But he got booed when he came off. But we all knew that either he was going to get tired, injured, or his form would fall off. Now, at the moment, he looks tired and his form's fallen off, and we've got nobody to replace him. Yaya Sanogo is a kid. Nicholas Bentner, I don't even know where he is, and we didn't buy anybody. And that has to be down to the manager. He's got to take responsibility for that. It was his call, and he didn't buy no one, and now we're suffering for it. These Guns says, shame we couldn't swap the manager for his tactics at half time. It is pretty harsh on Wenger today. Pappy says, watching Liverpool surge up the table while we rapidly slide down it is absolutely disgusting and it's all Wenger's fault, and he says Wenger out. Proud Gooner says, time to say goodbye to Arsene Wenger. He had all the time in the world to sign a striker in January, so he doesn't have any excuses. Rayhan says, it's not a question of pro-Wenger or anti-Wenger. It's whether or not you're pro-Arsenal and you want the best for Arsenal. What is the best for Arsenal at the moment? Is the best that Arsene Wenger goes? Has he got stale? Does it need freshening up? I really don't know. I really don't know at this moment. James Walker says, what a shambles. Why the hell are we playing a donkey who runs a course of 10 metres per game up front? And he says Wenger out as well. Harmony Griffith says, in the past, we could have say at least we played the best attacking football, but now we've been overtaken by Liverpool and Everton, and that is true as well. Yeah, I've got to say, it's true. They're playing better football than us. I mean, we've gone now, those last 3 away games against Stoke, Chelsea, and today, and we haven't scored a goal at any of those places. And I mean, it's just unheard of for an Arsenal team. And last one here from Sahil, he says, pathetic. Don't get why Wenger keeps playing Giroud up front instead of Podolski. The Ox should never have been benched and we had no pace. And the only thing I could say to that is that Podolski was just as bad as Giroud today. He was hopeless as well. And listen, I'm wearing this T-shirt here, Theo Walcott. I don't want to hear another Arsenal fan tell me, right, when he comes back that Theo Walcott is not an important player for Arsenal Football Club. Fans who used to disrespect Theo Walcott, you better take it back, because without him, we've got no pace in that team. The guy last season brought us 20 goals a season. He brought us loads of assists, and we are missing him heavily today. Just like we've been missing Ramsey. He showed us when he came on how much we've been missing him, and just like how we're missing Ozil's creativity. And at the moment, the team that was out there today was just not good enough. And going into that FA Cup next week, if they play like that, we could get embarrassed again. They must. And I mean, I don't know what to think, because we've had games where we got beaten by Chelsea and we thought, right, let's see a reaction. And there wasn't a reaction against Swansea. You know, so are these players playing for Arsene Wenger? I'm really, really, you know, honestly, I'm baffled at the moment. Leave your comments below and let me know what you think. What do you think about the state of Arsenal at the moment? Do you think we'll win that semi-final? Do you think we win the FA Cup? What will be a successful season for Arsenal this year? Well, we can't just base it off of this game. What will be, there's only 5 games of the season left in the league and hopefully 2 more games in the FA Cup. What will be a successful season for Arsenal let me know. Oh dear. Don't forget t-shirts like this available in our shop online. Make sure you check it out. Don't forget to check out as well our new app. It's taken the place by storm at the moment. So many people have signed up for it. But if you haven't, make sure you get it. It's available on iTunes. It's available for iPhone, available for Android as well. And it's completely free, all right? And you've got things on there like Match Predictor. You can get the podcasts on there. You can get all the videos on there, news features. If you want to find your way to a ground, it's absolutely brilliant. Make sure you check it out. But terrible performance by Arsenal. Let's hope they do better next week in that semi-final. They need to restore some pride.